Alrighty, so today we have some more information regarding the Bleach Mirrors High closed beta. Is going to be running from the 23rd to the 30th of July, and obviously we have some stuff from the data that we want to be talking about today. So if that sounds interesting to you, drop a like and subscribe if you guys are new, so that way you never miss out on any updates here for Bleach Mirrors High and other Bleach content. So if that sounds interesting to you, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we are going to be talking about today is the rarity of the characters that will be available from the beta. Usually this stuff is not going to transfer over, so just keep that in mind. I'm sure that question will get asked, but here we have some of the characters that will be available as well as the rarity. This is coming via BleachMHFrance. YouTube has this verification that's a little bit tricky for me to get links in the description, so I will have the name of the source, and then when I can get that verification ran through, I will make sure to update it for the links. But here is what we have so far. First up, we have a bunch of different 4-star characters and then a few 3-star characters. You will notice with the 3-star characters, those are the ones who are going to be a little bit more exclusive to the player, right? These are the avatars and things like that. These are the OCs, if you will, for the game. So that is going to be of Hando Giro, Jurina Naru, and who's the other one? Tokishima Maiko. Sorry if I said that wrong. Those are going to be the 3-star characters, and those are the ones that we have seen. I'm sure you've seen Jurina running around. That is the fan service character, we'll call her. But with that being said, Ichigo, obviously, these are going to be the 4-star characters, the ones that are a little bit more canon to the cast. We have Ichigo, Grimmjow, Renji, Byakuya, 2 versions of Rukia, so we'll have to see about that. Mayuri, Bambietta, Uryu, Yoruichi, Toshiro, Rangiku, Yatsuro Sado, aka Chad. We've got Orihime. Then we've got some other ones down here who are also going to be original as well. Mikishima and Sanari. So these are the different 4-star characters when it comes to how we're going to be able to evolve them and things like that. We have some mission icons, and they are going to be something else. And then when we look at this here in the thread, we have, again, just some obvious artwork here. So Ichigo, we kind of talked about this with the icon for the application. We've got some Grimmjow art right here. Renji, obviously the 1,000-year Blood War fit, you could tell by the headband as well. And it's going to be the same case here for Byakuya. Then for some other characters, it does differ a little bit. Orihime, obviously this is not 1,000-year Blood War stuff, and it's going to be the same case here with Rukia. This is a little bit closer with Rukia when it comes to the design and things like that. Then we've obviously got Chad himself, and then Uryu. Again, not Uryu from the 1,000-year Blood War. Continuing on, we've got Rangiku, Toshiro, Mayuri, and Yoruichi. And then we have characters that we talked about earlier here, that being Bambietta, and then the 3 OCs, and then 2 more as well. So the 3 here, these are going to be your 3 stars, and then our 4-star characters are going to be these 2 right here. So all of that fun stuff looks great. And these will be the 4- and 3-star characters here from the beta. And again, when it comes to progress here, whether or not it transfers, usually, again, with the beta stuff, it will not. So just keep that in mind. But if we continue to move along here, this is just, I was looking through this account to see what we could cover in today's video. We have artwork here, and then we've also got some in-game events. Keep in mind, the language is going to be French. That is where this is coming from. But we have what appears to be some sort of boss combat mode against Byakuya, and then limited double XP here. So we have this first one right here. It's going to be the same thing. Probably a fight against Byakuya. That would make sense. This kind of gives the vibe of like a Legend, Dragon Ball Legends raid. Eventually, we'll be able to stop comparing this to Dragon Ball Legends, at least in terms of what we know and what we don't know. We'll be able to use the game's own vernacular for the game. But right now, when it's all kind of speculation like this, this is what we have right now. So it looks like a fight against Byakuya. And then we are also going to have what appears to be double combat XP. And then it could be potentially a drop rate as well, because we have some items here that look to be some sort of jewels and things like that. This looks eerily similar to a Dragon Stone with a different shade of coloring for any of you who play Dokkan out there. So this is some pretty interesting stuff here as well. This will probably be something that you will end up grinding, or it could just be like a one-time boss fight. We'll have to wait and see. Again, these are just kind of things once we get like real gameplay footage and things like that. Aside from just the first look, this will be what we can potentially expect. Moving along, we have different game modes available. So again, this is where translation could be a little bit tricky, but we've got what appears to be an arena mode right here. Again, I don't speak French, but we're going to assume here this is a fight against Mayuri and things like that. And it even says right here in the thread here, the arena mode is surely a mode that regularly changes appearance, because the mode seems to be the same, even though there are a version that exists with Mayuri and one with Renji as well. So then we've got reinforcement. This could mean anything. This could be like upping up on farming and things like that. I know in Brave Souls, usually Kisuke, like the way that we would farm up resources in Brave Souls a lot of the times back before they updated the system would be like Kisuke's underground training, and you would go farm up jewels, you would farm up crystals to progress your characters. This is probably going to be something that is very similar to that mode right here with this on the screen right now. And then moving on here, I don't know which one this one is, I'll be honest with you. But we've got Ichigo and Rukia here, and then we've got another one here. This probably has something to do with some sort of events here. So Ichigo on both of these, again, 4 different types of events here. So looks like for the beta and things like that, there's going to be some pretty decent content here to do, and that will be pretty fun as well, just being able to see what we've got here. If it's anything like Dragon Ball Legends ends up being, usually the PvE experience is not that rewarding. But we'll have to wait and see. Again, it's all very new, so we're just going to have to keep that in mind here. And then we actually have some other stuff that we can pull up on the side. That's the beauty of doing this live, right? So some other things that I need to talk about. We have visuals of different connection bonus screens. So your daily login bonus, a very nice artwork of Renji, limited time login bonus with Rukia. So this may be indicating that Rukia will be like the first major summonable character. We'll have to wait and see. But then there's also Toshiro right here. And someone's very upset about Kyoraku not being here. So that is something as well. But we do have quite a bit going on here with these loading screens and things like that. Daily login bonus. It'll be interesting to see if Renji is like the consistent daily login bonus character. In Brave Souls, it's always been Rukia, and then with Soul Resonance, it is a little bit different. It doesn't really operate like that. It is a little bit more time limited. Okay, so moving along to the last thing before we go over to the Mirror's High thing, we have a thread of artworks which all have like manga style and things like that. Some of these I'll be able to show in full, and then other ones like Yoruichi I don't believe will be showing here, just again because it's just like, it's pretty suggestive. We'll just have to see. But we have Ichigo. We used him yesterday in the thumbnail. And then we have manga style here for Hime, stuff for Chad, and then Uryu. So all pretty interesting stuff right here. And then more of like Ichigo threads here, looking at these here. I like this art a lot, so that is pretty cool. Maybe I'll use this in the thumbnail. We'll see. But when we have this here, it's all going to be like the manga style here, I guess. So we've got Renji, we've got Rukia, and then Byakuya, all cool and fun stuff. Yeah, and then like I said with Yoruichi here, we're not going to go full screen on these ones, but with here, we'll show Grimmjow. There you go. So all fun and dandy. But when we go over here, we have some more information on the Bleach Mirror's High thing. So if we go over here, I did mean to pull this up, but we have like voice acting comments and things like that, and different characters, all of this fun stuff. But what I wanted to focus on specifically when we pull this up here is going to be this original story that takes place after the 1,000-year Blood War. Become the protagonist and begin your journey as a Soul Reaper. So again, we have stuff that we've seen. This is going to be pretty interesting, right? It's like a lot going on with the customization, and then we honestly, I'll pull this up as well. Like the reply here, there's going to be body type, hair, faces, and all of that different fun stuff. So there is quite a bit going on before we even really get into it, right? With the story, it's going to be after, we know when it's going to be taking place, and all of these different things that are going to be going on with the game. So I think what makes this interesting is like, again, with the custom avatars, it makes me think like what we've seen in the past, like again, with the comparison and the inspiration from this game, Shallot is like part of it, but eventually it just kind of transitions, right? Where Shallot is there, and then you'll have like these custom avatars. Maybe we get like, maybe these characters will be more involved than we'll see in the future. But eventually what it ends up being is just like, this is what ends up getting players excited, right? It's just like stuff from the original show and / manga. So this is usually what we are going to be excited about, like the major hype moments. Like I said, Bankai Rukia, we talked about yesterday, and all of those different things. These are kind of the things that we could be excited about moving forward. This is what's going to end up selling whatever the summonable currency is. So just keep that in mind, that I don't think this is going to be like a Xenoverse format here where the whole game is revolved. Maybe the story mode will. That's a different story here, no pun intended. But when it comes to like the core center of the game, if it's like PvP teams and team composition and what people are logging into the game for, it's going to be Ichigo and his true Bankai. It's going to be Renji's true Bankai. It's going to be Aizen. It's going to be, you know, Yuhabak and all of these different things, Okiora, all of these different exciting characters. This is what we can draw from the parallel from Dragon Ball Legends to what we've seen. So honestly, I'll kind of like illustrate what I'm talking about. I'll try and make this quick, but you guys can see when it comes to what we're summoning for, we're not summoning for the original characters in the game, minus this one. It's just a funny coincidence. But you look at this here, Broly, Gogeta Blue, Vegito, all of these different things. These are what players are summoning for, and it's not for, like you can see old banners here, Buhan, Janemba, all of these different things. It is not stuff to do with the OCs, where the OCs just have a little bit more to do with the story. So we'll just have to wait and see. But this is what we have so far for the rarities and things like that of the beta. Let me know what you guys think down below. What characters are you the most excited to use? Are you most excited to use the original characters? Are you more excited to use the characters from the story? You know me personally, I'm a huge Ichigo guy, so that's probably what I'm the most excited for, but I am excited at the prospect of OCs being in this game, and we'll just have to see where they go from there. So let me know down below what you guys think. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like before you go, and subscribe if you're new, so that we don't miss out on any of my Bleach Mirrors High content. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.